Hey folks, welcome to the Do-It-Yourself-Dad channel. We're actually filming outside, and we're filming outside in the dark, and that's because we got a new thing today. We got the Wyze Cam, this is the V3, just showed up, and it's the replacement for the V2s, the ones that I've got up here on the house. Now the reason we're doing this in the dark is because this thing has a lot of improvements, one of them being improved night vision, not during just night vision, but also color night vision. So we're going to install this thing and play around with it in the dark, but this one's also waterproof. So in theory, you don't need those cases that we put on all the other cameras. So we're gonna play around with this one. I'm gonna show you how this thing works outside, because that's really the intended purpose of this one. It is weatherproof. It's more of an outdoor camera. It's got some other cool new features. But we've got these in the cases. We're gonna compare it against these. Now we're also gonna play around with it with this. This is a IR illuminator that I'm actually using over my driveway with the V2s to see if that helps it out. And then we're gonna shut that off and see how it does without the help of an IR illuminator. And then more recently, we installed this guy. This is a new outdoor housing that holds one of the V2s. We're going to put the V3 on it and see how well it works with that. Now, if you want to check out the video for this thing down below, I have a link in the description. I also have a link in the description to the IR illuminator, and then we'll also compare it against these guys. These are these new Eufy cameras that Eufy sent me out, so we'll see how they perform and hold up against those, possibly in a future video. So now I'm going to show you what comes in the box and give you a quick rundown of all the features. Then we're going to actually get this thing installed on the phone and then installed on the house, and we'll show you how it works. Now, one of the things that Wyze has always been known for are their little cameras, and the V2s came in around $20, $25. They were awesome cameras. I've got links to my videos on them below where I've been using them as security cameras for 2 years now, and everybody's been kind of waiting on the V3. Now the V3, like I mentioned before, has some added features to it that we didn't have before. It has a weatherproof rating. It has a two-way audio that it always had before, the free cloud storage, which is nice. There is no service fee with these cameras at all. It has motion and sound detection, person detection, although you do have to pay a subscription fee for that person detection. And you can add an SD card for loop recording. The new feature with this one is the color night vision. So let's get into the box and show you what it comes with. Now this is the camera itself. It's very similar in kind of form factor to the previous camera, a little bit different. It's got that nice little base so you can position the camera how you want it. But in this one, the actual cable is part of the camera, and it's got a little kind of weatherproof connector that then you would connect out to your USB cable. Now, something I was curious about, and I did check here, is if you want to mount this thing to an outdoor mount, this little screw here comes out, and that is a standard tripod thread pitch right there. So you can put this on a tripod. You could also put it on one of those outdoor mounts, not having to use the enclosure, which is nice. Now I do wish that that little hole was maybe on the top or on the back, but you should be able to mount these upside down. So let's get into what else it comes with. It also comes with the USB cable. That's how it's going to get power, along with a USB power adapter brick. And the bottom of this little mount is magnetic. It comes with a little metal plate, and you can mount that to the side of your house or wherever you want it, and then easily take the camera down and move it around. It comes with a little quick start guide here. We'll get into that in just a second, and some mounting hardware and a little sticky guy to stick this guy to your house. So now let's get the phone going and get this thing set up. So like I had mentioned before, these things are all run through the app on the phone. So we're going to jump onto the app on the phone. If you haven't already downloaded the app, download it, set up an account, and we'll go through the process of setting this guy up. So we're going to start by hitting the little plus button and add a device. We'll go with Wyze Cam V3, and you're going to plug it into a power outlet. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now and wait for the little red light to flash. And the first thing I'm noticing here is this actually makes a really very tight seal. This is a pretty pliable rubber, so it should seal really well. And now we're going to wait for that little red light. It is solid right now, and it should start flashing. So now we got it flashing. We're going to move on to the next step on our phone. We're going to pull the base away. We actually already removed it in that last step. On the underside of the camera, there's two little access points. There's this one right here. This is to remove to put an SD card in, and this is your setup button. Now, I've seen another video where they remove this piece. You don't have to do that. You actually just depress that down, and when you depress that down, that pushes the button to start the pairing process. Now, if you do want to get underneath this one, use something sharp like the very tip of a knife. get underneath the edge there, and you can see we expose the slot there that you can put the SD card in, and that's if you want to do 24/7 kind of loop recording with it.
Ready to connect.
And move on to the next step. We put in our credentials for our home network and scan the QR code with the camera.
QR code scanned. Please wait. Setup completed.
So right now I'm just going to name it V3 because we're going to be moving this thing around a lot, playing around with it for the test, and we're going to get her going. So now I'm outside in my backyard and I've got the camera running on top of my patio cover. I'll show you where I've got it. I've got it right up there. That's the little red light from the camera. It is pretty dark. I don't have any lights on in the backyard right now, just a little bit of ambient light from the neighbor and then some from the moon up above. And I want to show you, this is without night vision turned on. This is just its kind of color night mode. Check this out. You can see here in the dark it's a little bit grainy, but it's really, really impressive for not having any illumination or any IR going on at all. Now in a sec we're going to switch it over to the night vision using the IR illuminators, and you can see it does a really good job, really crisp image. You can make out the person's face, which is good if you're using this as a security camera. So now I wanted to move to where I think most people probably use these from the comments I've seen on my other videos. And those other videos are down in the description below if you want to see how we mounted these on the house or the 360s or any of the other things we've done with these cameras. But I've got my V2 here. It's been here for about 2 years now. Put the V3 right up there. So they're both pointed at the front door, where Amazon leaves packages and those nasty porch pirates take your packages and go and sell them on Craigslist. We don't want that happening. So we've got these cameras up here in place. So now we can really kind of compare one to the other and see the difference here. So let's check these out. So the first video clip here we have is of the V3 camera without night vision on, just running normally. And you can see here with a little bit more light, it looks really crisp. The next clip we've got here is of the V2 camera without the night vision on. And you can see here it's a little bit more grainy, and the darker areas are not as illuminated as with the V3. In this next shot by the front door, the first one here is the V3, and this is with the night vision turned on. And you can see, again, just like the backyard, very clear, very crisp picture. You can clearly make out the person's face. And then in this next shot is the V2 with the night vision on. Still really good, but grainy still, and a little less clear. You might have some trouble making out that face. And then the third place I've got my V3 is right here on the edge of this little ridge beam here. I have my V2 over there. So these are both going to be looking straight across at the driveway here. So let's check out and kind of compare the two of those in the exact same condition and see how they stand up against each other. Now this shot really blows me away. You could see in that last video clip when I was showing you the front of the house how dark it is. It's got a little bit of street lights, but this is without the night vision on, just using the ambient light around. Very crisp. You can make out the lettering on my truck if you zoom in, and you could probably even make out the license plate if you had to as well, if you were kind of squared up on it. Now this next shot is from my regular camera on the other side of the garage with the night vision turned off, and you can see you can really make out pretty much nothing. And that's just on the other side of the driveway pointing across in the other direction. And here this next shot is with the V2 with the night vision turned on. It is a little crisper and it's using that IR light. Now after this is the V3 on the other side of the driveway with the night vision turned on. You can see everything is lit up like daytime. All the lettering on the truck is crisp. You can really make things out. Next we move the camera. This is the V3 again over on the other side of the driveway, kind of the same vantage point as the V2, and this is again with the night vision off. And then in a second we're going to show you again to remind you what the V2 looks like with the night vision off right here. And this is the V2 with the night vision off, and you can see I'm in there and I'm kind of moving around, and all you can really see is the glow of my phone. So it's pretty much useless without the night vision turned on at night. And then again, here's the V2, the older one with the night vision turned on, and it's also using that IR illuminator. You can see me better, but I'm still pretty grainy. If you were using this as a security camera thing, somebody broke into your car, you might be able to make out their face, but they're going to have to be looking straight at the camera. And then this next shot here is the V3 with the night vision turned on using the illuminator, and everything is much crisper, and you can make out things. There's not those dark areas in the video the way there were on the V2. Now in my video for when we put this thing up, I had a bunch of people ask me if the V3s would work, and I don't know. So we're gonna pop this thing off. We're gonna try to shove the V3 inside that case. The way the thread mount comes into the back of here, you can't just run it straight into the thread mount. It won't be able to sit level. So we're gonna actually take the case off, try to see if the V3 will fit in there, and let's see how it goes. So I've got bad news for everybody that asked me on the last video if the V3 would fit in these cases, and the answer is no. I pulled out the old V2 and they look almost the same in size. They're not quite the same. Inside the case here, it looks like it would fit, and it may actually fit, but it doesn't fit because of these little ridges inside there. And also depth-wise, these cameras are just a tad off. So I'm sure a new case is coming, so you can use these, and as soon as those do hit the market, I'll be sure to have a video out. So hit the subscribe button, and as soon as these are out, I'll have these on the channel. But for now, it looks like we will not be able to use these cases with the new V3. So for now, let's go put it back up in the front yard, play around with all its other features for the next couple days, and see how well it works. So now with the camera set up in the app, you can also hop into the settings for the camera. And if you've had a Wyze camera before, these all should look pretty familiar to you. You can go into event recordings and tell it whether you want it to record events, and then if you want it to jump off of the sound and not just of the motion. Coming down into notifications, that's when it'll actually push a notification out to your phone. You can turn that on or off for each camera. And in here, you can use the Wyze AI detection. That is that Cam Plus setting, and that detects people, lets you know when people have gone by. That is a service you will have to pay for with Wyze, which is just something to be aware of. It's not a lot of money, but you will have to pay for it. The all other motion and sound detections are obviously free. And when you get into detection settings, here's when you can set up your detection sensitivity, your sound sensitivity if you want to do that. And you can also pop open here into detection zones and select the area that you actually want to have the motion detected in. Alarm settings, if this thing is inside your house, you can have it pick up the sound of a smoke alarm or a carbon monoxide alarm and actually send you an alert, which is a nice little feature. And down in advanced settings, there's all sorts of other stuff. If you've mounted this thing upside down, you can flip it 180 degrees. You can turn on or off that camera status light if you don't want people seeing the little red light. You can turn on or off the watermarks, the Wyze logo stamps, and you can tell whether you want it to record sound or not. I usually choose to record the sound. And in here also is where you can set up your SD card up at the very top, and that will record things locally to your SD card as well as putting them out on the cloud. Below here, there's some other things, Wyze support settings, device info, that stuff you really don't have to worry about. Sharing, if you want to share the video feed from this with another user that's not using your login, you can do that. And you can also schedule up schedules and automations. If you're using other Wyze products, you can have it turn on or off lights if it senses people, which is a nice thing to have as well. So here's footage that I pulled straight from the alerts that I got from my camera. You can see the little box around me. That's because it's detecting a person walking across the screen. Now, something to note is, in order for this camera to have person detection, you do have to use the Wyze Cam, the Plus feature, and you do have to pay for that. Other cameras, you don't have to pay for it, and you may have the grandfathered in service from the other cameras that you have before. That apparently is not going to work with the V3, so you are going to have to pay for it. Here's another clip. This is me backing up the driveway later at night. Gives you a good night vision thing. But again, you are going to have to pay if you want person detection. Motion detection is free, but the person detection you are going to have to pay for. That's not the case with some of the other cameras that we've been playing around with, like the Eufy camera, and I mentioned that one a little earlier in the video, so subscribe if you want to see that video. It's going to be coming out real soon to see a camera that has the AI built into it, and therefore you're not having to pay extra for the service. Now, the service isn't expensive. It's only a couple bucks a month, but it is just an added expense to think about if that's what you want the camera to do. Now, one other thing that you will notice on the V2s and V3s, if you're comparing the two, this is the V3, this is the V2, when you flip them around, the backs look a little bit different. The V3s have this flat back, the V2s have this guy, and you can pull this out. This doesn't come with the V2s. This is the hub for the Wyze Sense sensors. It's got a motion sensor and a door entry sensor if you're trying to use these as a security setup. Now, I do have a video all about these, and I've got that link down below if you want to check them out. But obviously there's nowhere to put this on the V3s, so you can't use the hubs with the V3s. Now, I've heard Wyze is coming out with a solution for this, possibly a new version of the sensors that doesn't require this hub or has a separate hub, but those are not on the market yet. So if you are using these sensors, you're still gonna have to have at least one V2 running somewhere in the house so your sensors have something to connect to. So just something to consider until those new ones come out. Now, if you're watching this video past when this video has been released and they have put that out, I will mention that down in the description of the video below. So to check that out if that's something you're concerned about. And of course, as soon as those new sensors come out, I'll have a video on those as well linked down below. So what do I think of the V3 camera? I think Wyze hit a home run with this one. And if you followed my videos on Wyze products, I haven't always been so positive on their products. And I want to show you something right here. This little sticker that they sent me. This little sticker says on it, if you can read it, I back the Wyze Cam, and that means I paid for the Wyze camera. Wyze does not send me this stuff for free. They don't pay me to promote their products or talk about their products on the channel. This is all paid for out of my own pocket so I can show you these things. So your support really, really means a lot. So if you go down below, hit that subscribe button, let me know that you liked the video by hitting the thumbs up. Leave me a comment and let me know what kind of stuff you want to see on the channel. If you want to see more Wyze stuff, if you want to see other tech stuff, all that stuff is coming. Along with that, I'm also going to have that Eufy system coming up. That's a 2K wireless camera. Should be really, really neat. So if you like this video, go down, give me that thumbs up like I had just mentioned, and of course, thanks for watching.